Okay, here's another one for you. So we're going to start out by finding the vertex again. And we're going to do the same thing we did before. We're going to use that formula, opposite of b over 2 times a. So again, my b here is a -4, so the opposite of that would be a +4. And then my a is 3, so 2 times 3 is 6, so I end up with 4 over 6, which reduces down to 2/3. Now I have to go back and plug that into my equation to figure out what my y value is for my vertex. So I'm going to go ahead and put y equals, and then sub in the 2/3 for my x's. Calculate that out. I do my order of operations, so I square the 2/3, which is going to be 4 over 9. And then I can do my multiplication. Well, before I multiply, I'm going to reduce, just to simplify it, to a 3 and a 1. So I end up with 4/3 minus 8/3 plus 6. Now for adding and subtracting fractions, I need to have a common denominator. Well, I've already got the 3's here, so I'm going to go ahead and change my 6 to have a denominator of 3. So I have to multiply it by 3 over 3, and that leads me to an 18/3. So now I can go ahead and do my subtraction. So I'm going to have 4 minus 8, which is -4, plus 18 is 14. So I end up with 14/3. So my vertex is at the point 2/3, comma, 14/3. And I am going to use that to start my graph. Alright, so I need to go over 2/3, which is about here, and then up to 14/3. Well, if you're not sure where 14/3 is at, go ahead and divide 14/3 out, and you should realize that it's at 4 2/3. So I'm going to go over 2/3 and then up 4 2/3. And right here would be my vertex. Then we go back and we do another table of values. So do an XY chart again. Now this time, my vertex, the x value was at 2/3. So I need 2 values to the right and 2 values to the left. Well, I'm going to go ahead and pick 1 and 2 for my values to the right. And then my values to the left, I'm going to pick 0 and -1. Go ahead and plug each of these in and see what you come up with for a table of values. So go ahead and pause the video right now, do your table of values, and then compare it to what we end up getting here. Okay, hopefully you ended up getting 5, 10, 6, and 13. Now that I've got my table of values, I can plot each of those. So I'm going to go up to 1, 5. I'm going to go 2 to 10. And then 0, 6, and -1, 13. Let's see if I've counted right. That should be right here. All right. Once you get your points, double check. It should open up, which it looks like it does. And now you can go ahead and sketch in your parabola. So again, we started with the vertex, then we ended up doing a table of values. Okay, give this one a shot on your own. So go ahead and pause the video, and then once you get your vertex found and your table of values found, push play again and see if you end up getting the same thing that we will up here. Okay, hopefully you found the x-coordinate of your vertex to be 2. Plug that back in and found the y-coordinate to be 9. So our vertex is at the point 2, 9. And I decided to use 0 and 1 for the points to the left of my vertex and 3 and 4 for the points to the right of my vertex. Plugged those in, and for my table of values, I got 1, 7, 7, 1. Now, if you chose different x values, you'll get different y values here. So I'm going to go ahead and plot those points. And now this one's a little bit different than the one we had before. And if you look back at your original equation, you should see there's a -2 up here. So that tells me it's going to open upside down. It's going to open downward. So our points match that idea there, that it should open downward. And there we have our graph for this one. Okay, here's another one for you to try. This one, I'll give you a hint. Rewrite this equation in standard form so you have all of the terms. Y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. So go ahead and pause it and see if you can figure out that portion of it first. Okay, if you got it rewrote in standard form, hopefully you got 3x squared plus 0x's minus 8. Since no x appears in our original equation, we have 0 of them. Now, once you have that, go ahead and find your vertex in your axis of symmetry, and then check back here. All right, here's our table of values for this one. I've went ahead and plotted the points, and it looks like it should work out, so I went and I sketched that graph. Okay, so here's the problems for you to work on. See if you can graph both of these equations and bring them to class with you.